who the two gentlemen are.
Yes.
And who are they?
It was Yusuf Kachi and Imran. I don't know in Imran's surname.
If we go to the PA's statement, I said it starts at page 15, but she includes an attachment, and she corroborates what you say about the meeting.
Yes.
Just to try to establish the surname of the gentleman you refer to. She doesn't refer to the surname in her statement, but if you look at page 35, it's in her annexes. She annexed WhatsApp conversations between her and the two individuals.
You mean on her WhatsApp?
Her own WhatsApp
yes, okay.
communications. It starts at page 33.
Yes.
So you'll see there it's a conversation between her and Mr. Yusuf Kaji. And in fact, that begins on the 6th of March.
Okay. Yeah, I see the WhatsApps here.
Yes, so it starts on the 6th of March, not on the 8th of March, when you were called. So he approaches her on the 6th of March. And if you look at the bottom of that page, on page 33, he says, "Hello, darling, thank you for your immense help. Which day am I meeting our brother in Johannesburg?" Do we understand that to be you?
Because of the video on this screenshot, I would presume they're talking about me, because I see the "hello, darling," then my face. I think I would allege it's a video because there's time frame there. And then because of this, I think it's me.
Okay. Have you seen that video clip? Do you know what this video clip is about?
I've seen a couple of videos of me, but this one, if I may recall, I think I was questioning Mr. Paul O'Sullivan, but on her phone, I didn't know she had this video.
Okay. And then if you look at page 35,
okay, I'm there.
it's the copy of an extract of the WhatsApp conversation between her and a gentleman named, well, she has him saved as follows: Imran C.K. Baba. Do you know whether, does that ring a bell? Is that his surname, or do you know?
No, I don't know. It's first time here seeing this Imran Baba, but I think, if I may just think at the top of my head, I would say maybe it's a reference, Imran for Baba or Imran Baba. I don't know whether it's a surname. It might be a surname because in Indian people it's also a surname. So yes. I'm not sure, but I've never, when the guy introduced himself to me, he never said his name. It's only Kachi that said his name to me.
Okay.
Yes.
Just before we leave this page, you'll see it's dated 8 March 2026. Okay. And
which is the day?
At 10:32 in the morning, she says, "Morning, Imran, he will be landing at 11:40 a.m. Is that the time at which you were due to land?
I think that's the time I had given her that I'll be landing, but I didn't land at that time. I landed far later than that.
Okay, yes. We'll come back to that. Were you delayed?
I was delayed.
Okay. And then the next message says, "Please share address so we can come straight to you when he gets to town." Do you see that?
On page, which
it's
page?
Still on page 35.
35. Yes, I see.
And then he shares an address.
Yes.
And the address is an address of a place called DRK Tactical, 207 Montpelier Road. Is that where you had your meeting?
This is where I had the meeting, and I confirmed this because I checked unfortunately when I got there, my phone was off, but my tablet was on. So when you check your timeline, it tells you exactly where you were. It gives me exactly this address. And when I check the pictures that comes on the Google, it's exactly the house I was at.
Okay. Let's get back to your statement. So you say that it was a request that came from these two gentlemen, Yusuf Kaji and a person named Imran. That's 2.3.2.
Yes.
And then in 2.3.3, you're answering the following question. Was the request made directly to you? If not, who was it made to? If you could just read in your answer.
2.3.3.
Yes.
I answered the no. I subsequently learned that the meeting had been requested with the president, in the course of which my presence was specifically requested. That is the knowledge I had when our sister Londiwe called me and said, Baba requests to see you because there's people who wanted to see you.
So you earlier were talking about the people who, are now fond of the MK
Yes, of
party,
us,
the work
yes.
that's happening in Parliament and the ad hoc committee. And so you're saying that this meeting was, in your view, to meet with people who want to support
Mostly.
the
Yes,
organization.
Yes.
Okay. And then in
2.3.4.
the numbering on the notice is incorrect.
Yeah,
So
I noticed that's when you
2.3.4.
sent me the question, I had to rearrange the numbers.
Yes.
I see there's somebody who has a Zuma syndrome here with numbers. So I had to redo the numbers.
Be careful, Mr. Shongwe. That document is signed by me.
So you've fixed it. Fortunately, you don't suffer from the same syndrome. So it was 2.
For me for that such a wonderful job, please. Thank you.
2.3.3. The question was, 2.3.4. How was it relayed to you? Right? How was the request relayed to you? So you can now turn to your answer at 2.3.4.
2.3.4. What was the question again?
Page 8 of your statement.
Yes, but the question?
It was, how was the request for the meeting relayed to you?
Okay. I think I replied that on 2.3.3. Because when I see 2.4, I'm answering something different there. Because I'm answering upon my arrival in Durban. I was somewhat delayed and...
Yeah, I think that it merges the two questions.
Yeah, so
before.
2.3...
So if you could just read 2.3.4.
I must read 2.3.4.
Yes.
Okay. Upon my arrival in Durban, I was somewhat delayed and the president had already attended to other commitments. I then had a conversation with Ms. Londiwe, who informed me that 2 individuals were present requesting to see the president and had specifically asked to, I'm telling the page, meet with me. I asked her whether she knew who these individuals were and and the reason for their requests. She indicated that she was aware of their identities, but not the purpose of their visit. Through Ms. Londiwe, we then contacted these individuals to advise them that I had arrived in Durban and I was on my way to meet them.
Okay. So she relayed this to you.
Yes.
And you say that she was aware of their identity. So these are individuals that she'd met with before.
According to my assumption at that time, she knows them. Yes.
Okay. But she didn't know why they wanted to meet with you in particular.
Yeah, in most cases, what happens, she only arranges meeting and she's never part of the meeting. She will walk you in, close the door, you have a meeting. And then some people would then, either if they don't get to Baba, they would then tell her, we need to see Ushong. We are here to ask Baba to give us permission to see Ushong. Remember, with President Zuma, it's a freeway. Everybody is welcome. So people usually will go there so that even if I want to say no, I can't say no. Because they've already asked the president. Now it comes as an instruction with
Okay.
Yeah.
But to be clear, you had never met these people before?
No, never.
Yourself?
Never.
All right. So 2.3.5, the question is where the meeting took place, if you could continue.
The meeting took place at 207 Multiplier Road, Morningside, Durban, 4001 at the DRK Tactical Premises, which is their offices.
This is their offices?
Yes, they said so.
And at what time was this meeting?
I'll check on my time, but it was like 13 something on my, it says on my timeline when I arrived there. If you can check on page 42 on the bundle. Where is it?
You're talking about the vehicle trackers,
Yes, it gives exact time.
page 43.
Yes,
42. It
Page
says
43.
13, DRK tactical.
it's 43, Commissioner.
Page 43, yes.
Yes, it's 13:13, and I was there until 13:53. That's when I arrived there.
Shongwe, is it, what is DRK? Is it a security company?
It's a security company, yes.
Thank you.
But I think there's a whole lot more what they do there, because it's when you get there, you see more of security related stuff, like the cars that were out there were security cars written in security markings. But the office doesn't have anything that says security. It says tactical only.
Thank you.
So just to be clear, you arrived at 13:13 in the afternoon and you left at 13:53.
Yes,
Okay, so you were there for about 40 minutes in total.
if I may say so.
So who attended the meeting with you?
Ngahamba no mama uLondiwe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then who did you meet with? And that's at 2.3.7.
Ngadibana no. Okay. At 3.7, can I read it as it is there? Or you want me to
You
explain
can
it to you?
read the paragraph
Or I
and then
can-
you can expand on it.
Okay. Let me start maybe by expanding. When we got there, at the gate, there was one security guy who was inside, wearing a bit darker clothes, bluish kind of. And that's the guy that opened for us. And then I drove in, and I didn't drive in the straight on. I just reversed in the yard.
Can I
that-
just pause for a moment? You said there was a security
Yes,
official
in the yard.
who
Opened the
who
gate.
granted you access?
Yes.
And was he the only security officer there, or were there others?
At that time, it was only him.
Only him,
In the
okay.
front.
All
when we
right,
entered.
continue.
So I drove in reverse. And then while I was parking my car, a gentleman with glasses, tiny in body, short, flat beard, came wearing glasses. Came smiling and introduced himself to me, greeting and introduced himself as Imran as I exited my car. He said his name is Imran. Then I also told him my name. So then it was like, oh, I know you, my brother, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. And then if you can just say, if you take it from we were escorted.
Okay. We're then taken into the boardroom, which was furnished with 4 chairs on
No,
each side.
let's just go up a little bit, sorry.
Okay.
It's the third line. It starts, we were escorted onto the premises. Take it from there.
At that line, he introduced himself. Okay, we were escorted into the premises, and as we entered, we passed at the reception desk bearing the signage that read DRK. Now, I didn't write here in my statement that those alphabets, they were very big, but they were 3D type of signage with lights. There was white, red, and white. So those alphabets, I think R was in red. Then the 2 other alphabets were white. As we entered, it was like a desk like this one. Then it's somewhere here. Then we were escorted into the left of that receptionist, where the next room is their boardroom. And then we got there, the Imran gave us seats. Now we were sitting in a table. If I'm not wrong, the table might be from this corner, maybe to the end there of this. It's very long, but the width of it is not that much. It's maybe like a 1.5 or so.
So it was a narrow,
Yes,
but
this
very
side is-
long boardroom
Yeah, narrow
table.
and long on this side. So
Okay.
Imran sits on my left on the far end.